Heyo, Stoic here. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Blockheads Season 3. This episode, we're going to be making a little farm, very little, and it's going to have a good yield. We're also going to expect a new god to show up on our plateau, so we're really excited for it. We've got to get ready. Come on. All right, let's get started. So, in previous episodes, I talked about some of these smaller pyramids, and the goal was to create storage underneath and then have small micro farms on top that I can, yield some good amount of stuff, but also not like go crazy because I really don't need a whole lot. The shopping district provides quite a bit, but there's also some things that get expensive, and there's also some things I just want to do. And so what we can do is we can mine some of this out, and I think I want to be, yeah, we'll go right in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That was a little too much. Maybe we can do one more over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In this case, I'm going to make a miniature flower farm, and you can definitely get some really big rates from some of the big ones that have pistons that shift the earth back and forth. I'm just going to use some pistons just to push off the flowers in this case. So for this, we're going to need to get some chests downstairs. I don't know why I came back up. But we will drop in some goodies here. So let me get this storage system set up real quick. No one wants to see that, and I'll come right back. That's the storage system. It's usually a good spot to start because you can get a good idea of where your hoppers need to go at the end of the day. Try to build this up as close as we can to the top, and then that way our farm itself won't have to be that tall. So I'll have hopper there, and then we'll probably do a cross one. So 1, 2, and then we'll do a cross one. How about that? Yeah, because it will give us quite a few things. And let's see, we'll probably want to go from one side to the other. So let's try that out. Got a lot of junk in my inventory here. I don't want some of it. Let's smooth this out. Oh yeah. I had to use this for the basalt and get the direction that I wanted. And let's see here. So I wanted to travel this direction. I don't think this will ever fill up, but let's see here. We'll just 1, 2, 3, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3 across. And then I think we got to go a little bit further, honestly. So we'll have to drop in to get it one more, looks like 2 more spots. But I think it's only 5 wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're a little far on how much we need here. So 1, 2, 3. And then we'll build this out a little bit more. Looks as though our farm's going to be pretty centered up in here, and I'm fine with that. It's going to stick out just a little bit, so as soon as you enter into it, you're going to be faced with the farm. Again, we are working with some really tight restrictions, and that's just part of the challenge, and I enjoy that a lot. Yeah, I think I may have got enough hoppers here now. All right, so we'll be dumping into these hoppers, and now we'll get some glass. I believe, yeah, we'll get some glass and some rails here. The rails are really temporary, so we'll have to go downstairs and pick them up. So we got our rails, and we're going to be using some mine carts here just to funnel our loot down into the system. And because we need the rails or the mine carts, we need them because we're going to have a block over top of these. And the minecarts didn't actually grab things through blocks, which to me is like crazy. I don't understand why the physics of that would work, but it's a game mechanic, so we'll take advantage of it. Of course, this just lends a little bit more iron to the build. I tried using this particular build with some powered rails, just so it can go back and forth. But I couldn't get them with all the hoppers and the other redstone around. I just couldn't make it work out. So I just elected to use my extra iron and just put this in. So we're gonna try to chop some of this out. There we go. So we got them all in here. I'll go ahead and trap them. I thought I had more glass. I'm surprised I don't have more. There they are. And now they're not going to move anywhere. So we're totally fine with that. We can put some dirt over top of that now. Our hopper system now. Oops. It's that one. Did that fall? You know what? It'll probably turn into grass by the time I come back up there. All right, let's go. Okay, so that's where things are going to go. And the next thing we can do is drop in some pistons. So you're going to need 5, just all the way across, because once we get flowers that grow, we can break them. And let's see here. Actually, I think that one needs to be grass as well. So we'll just drop one in, see what happens, see if it grows. This will be the spot where we can put in our generic, whatever you want, flower or single height flower. And then when we bone meal it, it'll actually spread to these because it's lower. And there's a whole bunch of mechanics behind it. And it seems to be the best way to really spread these out if they're just below it. And I've got some stuff there that we can use in a little bit. I feel like there's a skeleton around here. Can you hear it? But anyways, let's see here. Get some glass and we'll put a dispenser. Definitely not right there. I think we want to go right. Yeah. We want to come out too. We'll break the one right here and then we'll drop this in here. We'll figure this out. Maybe I gotta trick it or something. I don't know. There we go. So we'll want to spray it right on the flower. So that means we can get a hopper in here and we'll put a shulker's worth of bone meal on top of this. So that feeds right into the dispenser. In fact, we might actually put it on the other side because of the redstone that we're going to be using. So we'll drop it over here. And let's see here. Gosh, we're almost done. So the other things we can use is just a little bit of our own. Kind of use all this stuff. That's all. Let's get this. We need that. We need some redstone happening. Yeah, this farm's really small. Really easy to make. So we'll need an on switch here. I think we're going to need a little bit of redstone action going on up. And the nice thing about using glass is redstone can travel across it. So we'll just come across here, and then it will encompass everything in here in a little bit, and have this come down. And then I believe all we really need to do then is get some power over to our dispenser because we want it clicking at the same time. And what we can do here is we need to put in a small comparator clock. Uh-oh, dropped it. Did I save some? Yes. And I won't get into all the details for that in this episode. I'll probably do a tutorial for that, and it has a lot to do with the comparator and how you enter the side of it and negative stuff. So we kind of creates its own clock or its own loop when it's happening. So we've got pretty much everything powered up at this point. You can see that this is branching over. You can't see it on the side, but it does come across. And now we can just really enclose this. And the the nice thing is it will travel through that corner. Just craziness, right? I like to see what's happening inside, so we're going to enclose that as much as we can. Don't want to miss out on all the goodies. So once this thing starts pushing blocks, we're going to make it always go everywhere. Let's see. I need just the lever. Put it right there. And let's go ahead and make some bone meal. I brought a little bit. Once we know it's working, it looks like I'm going to have to get a flour anyway, so. So I'll be right back with some more bone meal and some flour, and it looks like it might be time. Oh, just look at that sunset. So you can see that the bone meal is just kind of sprinkling everywhere, and if there were other flowers or places for flowers to grow, they'd be growing over here too. But yeah, I'll try to do a video on that next time, just on the mechanics of bone meal, because it's got a really cool spread, and that's what we'll try to be using on some of these other farms too. I'm not going to reveal those, not just yet. Not yet. Total secret. Total secret. So, all right. We got tons of stuff here. I need to figure out a good way to get down to the bottom of my temple. And let's just see. Got all our junk here. I mean, we weren't running that for very long, right? We've already got 15. What is that? 1, 2, 3.5, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7. 7 stacks in a couple minutes. I'm not even sure how much bone meal we've used. Bone meal's probably going crazy. We'll just see if we can consolidate this. Maybe it'll reveal its secrets to us. Yep, 2 stacks of bone meal got us 7 stacks of flowers in just a couple minutes. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'd say this is a success. And the next step is going to be building the temple. Xochipilli isn't the only god in the Aztec world. So although he's got the biggest temple other than the sun moon, I think we're going to see some other Aztec gods show up on this plateau in the jungle. We're going to have to add some trees at some point. We're going to have some topography or terraforming changes here very soon. But for now, we'll go on to the next step. All right. Thanks everyone for joining me on this adventure today. We've got our flower farm in place. It's got a good yield. And we've also welcomed Xochipilli, the Prince of Flowers. It is one of our Aztec gods. You can see down there, I did make a couple little modifications. You probably also saw Steve working on it during the time lapse. Got to make sure you've got your use trusted skins only button turned off. We got that learned for next time. So, but hey, if you like this episode and you want to see more, please like and subscribe. Really appreciate it. Thanks. Bye bye.